Hey, welcome back to the Yankee on the Prairie back porch where we just hang out on Thursday night and chat. So, how is your week going? I'd love to hear. Go ahead and chat that in or write it down in the description. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. How's this week going? So, this week I dropped a video about the best wings I could find. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, let's get to today's main topic so you can get ready for it of what should I do in 2026? I've been in Oklahoma now for I think it's 10 years. It's either 9 or 10 years, maybe 11, but I think it's 10 years. And I've done a lot in Oklahoma and found a lot of unique places. But I know there's still places that I'm missing. I know there's places I haven't gone, and I know there's places that I don't even know about yet. So I want to hear from you. What are the places that I need to go in 2026? Especially those hidden gems, those things that I might not even know yet exist. I want to hear your thoughts. So go ahead and write them down in the description or in the chat because we are going to talk about that. But now, yesterday, I dropped the video about the best wings. And let me tell you, so it was an interesting place. If you haven't seen the video yet, I don't want to spoil too much. But I had trouble, especially being from the north, I had trouble believing that we would find the best wings in Oklahoma. And then to find out that maybe the best wings don't even have buffalo flavoring or buffalo sauce on them. That was a hard one to really think that it would be possible. But we found it. We found the place that's supposed to have the best wings, and they don't use buffalo sauce for their premium #1 best rated wing. So I gave it a try. And well, if you want to know the result, you're going to have to watch that video. Because it was really interesting. We went through, Colton and I went together and we ate, I think it was at least 50 wings. I mean, we plowed through some piles of wings, and the mountain of bones when we were done was pretty gigantic. It was almost gross. But we had a good time. We had a good time going out there. We had a good time tasting the different wings that were there. We met the owner of the place. Really friendly guy, very proud of his wings, told us a little bit of the secret behind how he makes such a great wing. And he had a sample even more than what we had already had. So it was a great day, and I encourage you to go watch that and find out if Oklahoma City really does have the best wings and what flavor those wings are that claimed to be the best wings. So let me know your thoughts on that, on whether or not you've had the Wing Supreme or Honey Love wings and what your thoughts were on them. My thoughts were pretty clear and pretty evident by the end of the video. So go watch that if you haven't. All right. But coming back into what I should do in 2026. So I have a video coming up where I go to Roman Nose State Park. So be watching for that one. And I've done a bunch of other museums and things, outdoor places too, Scissortail Park, a bunch of outdoor parks, Martin Nature Park. I've done a bunch of things around Oklahoma. So are there other like outdoor places that I should go? Should I go to Wichita? Are the Wichita Mountains any good? Broken Bow. What are some places that I haven't heard of? I've heard there's a place called, I think it's Glossy or Gloss Mountain. I don't know what that is. I've heard that name kicked around. Is that a place that I would go or that you'd even be interested in seeing? So comment that in if I should do something outdoorsy. Then also there's small town food stops. I love eating, and we're going to do a unique twist on this in 2026 because something I haven't really talked about in the past because I didn't think it was relevant, but I'm finding a lot more people this is relevant. I have a food allergy. So finding places to eat can be challenging, and finding foods on the menu that I can eat can be challenging. My allergy is to wheat. Most people think that means gluten-free, but it's actually not. I don't have a gluten problem. I have a wheat or grass problem. So these foods really destroy me. And really interesting about that is wheat is hidden in a lot of things. It's used as a filler, as a thickener, as a stretcher. So finding foods that I can eat can be really challenging. So I'm going to visit more places that I can eat, but I'm going to add the twist of whether or not I can even eat there or find anything on the menu. Like fried chicken is usually out because fried chicken is breaded with a wheat-based breading. Although back when I was able to eat it, I do remember it being delicious, but now it will destroy me and take me out for days. So yeah, I'm not doing fried chicken unless you know about a fried chicken place that doesn't batter their chicken or doesn't use a wheat-based batter. Now, I know up in Arcadia, I believe they actually have 2 locations. One in Arcadia, there's Chicken Shack. And I'm pretty sure Chicken Shack is fried chicken without battered chicken. So that could be an interesting visit because if they don't batter their chicken and just fry it whole, I should be able to eat it. So what do you think? Should I do some more food stops? Should I really highlight the places where I can and cannot eat? What do you think about that? And then there's weird Oklahoma. Wow, got to be careful how you say that. There are some weird things to do, as in every state, but there's weird Oklahoma. We're just going to call it weird Oklahoma. I did Factory Obscura a couple months ago. I went there and, well, that was weird. Definitely Obscura. Are there more weird, unique places? I went to John's place. That one was probably over summer that I went to John's place. Also weird, but very, very unique at the same time. And oddly, John's place is like a come and go, no fee to enter. You just kind of like give yourself a tour around this property. And John, the guy who runs it, owns it, he's getting really old. I remember it being close to his birthday when I went, and I have his age in the video and his exact birthday in that video. But he's built all of this himself over many, many years. And he's just kind of that, I don't know, if you think like an old time movie where you've got like the inventor guy who just assembles all kinds of weird stuff, that's John from John's Place. He's assembled all kinds of weird stuff and made all kinds of wonky things. And you're welcome to come tour it. In the video, you'll see it. He has a 3-wheel car that he made. He made it, I believe it was from a Chevy Malibu. He said it's actually all Chevy Malibu parts, but it does not look anything like a Chevy Malibu. It almost looks like, if I remember correctly, like a cockpit on wheels. So was he trying to make an airplane with a Chevy Malibu and this is what he came up with? I don't know. So John's Place was definitely one of those unique, quirky, weird Oklahoma places to go. Factory Obscura, like I mentioned, that was a weird, quirky place. That was a lot of color, a lot of texture, a lot of obscurity in a small place. And Factory Obscura, too. I remember that being not so inexpensive for what it was. Then, you know what? Actually, as I grab a sip of coffee here, it makes me think we should probably do a video about finding the best coffee in Oklahoma. There seem to be a lot of coffee shops in Oklahoma City, but also there's a lot of coffee all around Oklahoma. We should just do a tour of Oklahoma coffee, finding the best coffee in Oklahoma. Now, is the best coffee in Oklahoma a big major chain? Or is it a small independent coffee shop hidden somewhere that I have not yet discovered? And let me tell you, I drink a lot of coffee. And when I say a lot, usually by the time breakfast is done, I'm already 3 cups of coffee in for the day. And it doesn't stop there. It just keeps coming. It's definitely more than a pot in a day. So I do drink a lot of coffee. And I really like coffee. I wouldn't consider myself a coffee connoisseur, but I do drink a lot of coffee. So maybe we should do a tour around Oklahoma looking for the best coffee we can find. And that one, we could even break that into parts of like best convenience store coffee, best gas station coffee, best independent coffee shop coffee, best big chain coffee. I don't know. What do you think about that? Then I'd like to do a trip of some sort where I take Marissa and she doesn't have to just endure the trip. Maybe there's something unique that Marissa and I can do a video on together for you. Where can we go? What should we do? Oklahoma really continues to impress me with the amount of stuff Oklahoma has. There's so many interesting things and so much interesting knowledge or history in Oklahoma. I can still remember my first visit to Oklahoma City Stockyards. I know I'm back in the city again, but Oklahoma City Stockyards has such a rich history and is essentially the birthplace of Oklahoma City. Because as I learned when I was looking at the stockyards and visited there the first time, I learned that it was essentially a tent city at first. And these ranchers would drive their cattle in to auction off at the Oklahoma City stockyards, and they'd have tents, and then some stores started popping up, and they started popping up as tents first and then became more permanent structures. And the main street in Stockyard City there, that was the original Oklahoma City. There was nothing else around. It was just some tents, some pop-up shops, and all the people driving cattle in, all the cowboys driving cattle in to sell them at auction. And then the packing houses formed around that so that when cattle were sold at auction, they could be brought over to the packing houses, packaged up to go on trains and be transported out to the coasts. So it was a really unique location for the stockyards because it was very accessible to the rest of the nation because it had a railway. The cattle could be quickly processed and preserved to be able to send that meat out to other places. So there's a lot of unique stuff to do. But now let's go back to doing a trip with Marissa. Where should I go that I would take her with me? What can we explore together as a couple? What would be unique things to do? Really curious. So those are my questions for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Go ahead and drop them down in the comments because your list of things is going to be what I work off of building the next round of videos just for you. And hey, I may even shout you out for recommending a place to go visit or a place to make a video. So I'm really curious about the coffee idea. Should we do a coffee tour? Now, Christmas is 1 week away from today. What do you do for Christmas? And what are Oklahoma traditions for Christmas that I don't yet know about? I mean, I've only been here 10 years, and I feel like I've really settled into the Oklahoma life quite well. But I bet there's a lot I don't know, even about the holiday season here in Oklahoma. So where I come from up north, Christmas time is cold, and there's frequently snow. Maybe not snowing on Christmas Day, but there's frequently snow on the ground. And Christmas has a very different feel than here in Oklahoma. Here, it's windy. Actually, this week, I think for Christmas, it's projected to get up to like 70 degrees for Christmas. 70 degrees is so warm compared to what I'm used to, because at Christmas time, it's never above 40 from up north, and 40 would be extremely warm for Christmas. Usually it's below freezing at Christmas time. So there's a whole different feel and take on it living here in Oklahoma. There's not going to be snow on the ground, especially if it's 70. And the chances of there ever being snow on the ground for Christmas in Oklahoma is pretty much slim to none. It's pretty much not going to happen. So it's just very different. And what are the things that you would normally do around Christmas time? I went to Yukon Christmas lights. That was unique. I hear about the Chickasha lights. I haven't been there yet. I haven't done that. there's a leg lamp there, and I did some studying up on the leg lamp because I was really curious about it. We know it's from the movie A Christmas Story, the Christmas Story. We know it's from that movie. Yes, I've seen the movie many times, but now I'm forgetting whether the first word is or the. But anyway, it's from that movie is where the leg lamp comes from. But there's a museum there in town, or a storefront in town, that has what claims to be the original leg lamp. And I found out that that's actually not where the leg lamp is modeled from, but it's an interesting controversy that we could talk about on whether or not it really is the original or if it's not the original. And we can talk about some of that when I go there, if you think it'd be worth going to. I don't know. I don't know if the leg lamp is even a draw. I'm not that terribly interested in seeing it because as far as I'm concerned, okay, there's a big lamp in the middle of town. Great. Now what? Is there anything else to do there? Anything else that would be unique to do there? Something to make it worth the drive for me? Or is it really just a lamp statue at this point in town and I get to see it and leave? What are your thoughts? Is it interesting? Is it not interesting? Have you ever been there? What are your thoughts on that? If you've been there, I really want to hear that. So with all of that, we're going to wrap up this live today. If you're watching this after the fact, you are still welcome to write your thoughts in the comment section, and I will respond to you as well. And look forward to, this weekend, I have dropping a special video, an update on the Equinox. The trash Equinox makes a comeback for a video. And it's an interesting update with repairs to the trash Equinox on whether or not I even repaired anything and what happens next. So go ahead and watch out for that one, but also be watching for the Roman nose video to be coming out. I think that one's coming out Christmas Day, actually. Christmas Day? No, the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve. So Roman Nose State Park, who knew that even existed? One of those unique places that I found. And, well, it was cold out when I went there. So it's going to be a unique adventure for you to join me on at Roman Nose State Park. Hey, thanks so much for joining me tonight. I enjoyed spending time with you. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. And I look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.